This 22-year-old man on the road to recovery following an attack in Boston South End. He needed emergency brain surgery to save his life after he was beaten. And tonight, the search is on for who did it. And police are hoping the public can identify these 4 people who they'd like to question in connection to that attack. The night team's Tim Caputo is live in Boston, where he spoke to that victim's mother. Tim, what did she have to say?
Well, obviously very emotional. She is happy her son is out of the ICU and is actually back home as of yesterday. The attack itself happened Friday night into Saturday morning, kind of on this stretch of sidewalk here behind me. Police released those pictures earlier today, and the family is hoping for an arrest soon. He's got dozens of staples in his head, but 22-year-old Chris Smith is back home after a brutal attack over the weekend in Boston's South End. Saturday morning, his mother was told her son was hurt, but she didn't realize just how bad it was and that he'd need immediate brain surgery.
They had minutes to do the surgery, or he would have died.
Boston police say Smith was assaulted by 3 men around 2:45 very early Saturday morning, not long after the bars closed. Deborah Smith says her son was out having some drinks with a few friends.
It was just a simple night out with a couple of friends, and it just turned out that it almost cost him his life.
Today, police released these photos from a surveillance camera near the scene of the crime of 4 people detectives would like to talk to about the assault. Police aren't calling these 2 men and 2 women suspects, but Deborah Smith says her son instantly remembered encountering that group.
Oh, he recognizes them. He recognizes them as all being there at the scene.
Police say Smith was punched multiple times and his head was slammed into the sidewalk. She says detectives told her it was clear her son wasn't picking a fight.
They did come and tell me on Saturday that they could see from what surveillance they had that it in no way was Chris or his friend at fault.
Business owners on Harrison Avenue say detectives spent all week trying to find good surveillance video, and it appears they now have, hoping these very clear photos of these 4 people will lead to an arrest, and the tips are already coming in.
So hopefully let them get and do their work and find these people and make them pay for what they did to Chris.
Again, police released those pictures just earlier this afternoon. They haven't made any arrest in this case just yet, but you can be sure a number of tips coming in and plenty of leads to follow. We're live in Boston. Tim Caputo, 7 News 19.